about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bring out the fabulous look.
All right. Just when you didn't think life could get more ridiculous, there you have it, folks. Happy Friday from Tim, Ben, and Brooke. And it's Blake Shelton doing a little bit of Lizzo. You know what's wrong with that? Not a darn thing.
I love it.
I love it. Lizzo.
Oh, she is great.
Uh-oh. Looks like Ben's got the guitar, which must mean it is time for the week in review. You ready, buddy?
Yes, I am. And this week's Week in Review is brought to us by our friends at Level 5 Lighting. Well, this is the song. It's called A Week in Review. A week's worth of show summarized for you. We discussed a disgusting story about comedian We discussed a disgusting story about comedian Sarah Silverman, who shares her only toothbrush with her live-in boyfriend. Then Donna called in because she had a story and she wanted to share it. She claims she shares a bottle of wine every night with her pet parrot. Brooke, you think it's bad with Bo because he has colic. Imagine living with a squawking bird who is an alcoholic. This wine sucks. And this is the song. It's called A Week in Review. A week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. We talked to our buddies from Low Cash whose new song is called Beach Boys. If you remember, it's the perfect summer song from now until September.
Makes sense.
During the interview, our minds, they were somewhat blown when we found out two of the original Beach Boys were also on the phone.
Crazy.
Brooke was so excited that they called into our country station. She's the only 20-something who's heard the song Good Vibrations.
This show is funny.
She gets around. And this is the song. It's called A Week in Review. Weeks where the show's summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
It's good, Brooke. With the way Ben pays attention, you could be 20 forever.
I probably will.
Yeah.
You're always 20-something, Brooke. Reddit just came out with a list of unwritten man rules. Like when any dude is down, don't go kick him in the jewels. And when a friend needs help, don't say you came down with amnesia. 'Cause it's also an unwritten rule that he can pay you back with beer and pizza. And never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never assume a woman's pregnant unless you really know. 'Cause that's when you will get kicked down where the sun don't. And that's when you will get kicked down where the corn don't grow. And this is my song. It's called A Week in Review. A week's worth of shows summarized for you. Yeah.
You bet. I think it was the best one ever.
There was a mini edit, so that yes,
that's okay. That's okay. I brought my editing hat today.
Yes, sometimes the windshield, sometimes the
Let me go back to one. Back to one. All right. Get ready for the pyramid. And we'll put a little pause right there when you made that sandwich.
I'm so proud of you.
We'll stop that there. And so, Ben, no drop, right? I didn't hear a spot for a drop.
Like after the pet parrot, she goes, you can tell when he's had too much to drink or something like that. I mean, it's not necessary, but it's there if you need it.
We'll get it done.
Give it a little spice.
Good morning, everybody. everybody.
Rock the bottom.
Tim, Ben, and Brooke are back. All right.
So many beautiful people.
Super good morning to you.
Thank you, Gigi. I'll call you Gigi.
One, Nicole Levine. Nicole Levine. Okay.
Line 4 is Lisa in our Tuki.
Oh, the toque.
Lisa in the Tuki Tuki. Get a little ride on your big green tractor. Forest Bend. Okay. Good morning. Well, hey there, Lynette. How you doing? What is the good word?
Good morning, sunshines.
I think Lynette is at every single country concert. Never misses.
Well, good.
Yeah. And usually like in the front row. Okay. Here we go. Pyramid of winning time, everybody.
Yeah.
It's now time for Tim, Ben, and Brooks' Pyramid of Winning.
Thomas Rhett, Parker McCollum, Akchin Pavilion, August 4th. You know, Thomas Rhett's new song is Slow Down Summer. Wish we could slow it down and enjoy it. Let's see if he still feels that way August 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, how about just skip
it's
summer?
gonna be hot then, but it's gonna be hot next week.
Yeah, true. It's where we live. It's what we love, okay? But that night, there's a chance he'll be like, hey, summer, wrap it up. Let's go. Ben, we're going to start with you today. You're playing with Lisa from
Hey, Ben.
Ahwatukee.
Lisa from the Toque, how you Duke?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. We're all good. Ben's getting ready to sing the weekend review. He thinks it's the best one ever. It's coming up at 7:25. But right now, I'm putting 30 on the clock. I don't know why. And you have that much time to name as many things you wear on your head. Headwear, 30 seconds, go.
If your hair is messy, you can always put on a
hat.
Yes, okay. It comes on, it's attached to a sweatshirt, and you put it over.
Hoodie.
Yep, okay. Football players wear?
Helmet.
Yep, if you're sweating, you put one of these around your head.
Sweatband.
Yep.
Headband.
Okay. Brett Michaels wears one of these. It's like a piece of cloth. You fold it into a triangle, then you put it on and you tie it. The red and blue. It's what colors they come in.
What are you going for there? Do-rag?
Bandana.
Oh, a bandana. All right.
Bandana. That's okay.
I know. No,
Let's see.
that was terrible. I'm sorry.
Barrel's calling that 3. That's 3 is the number to beat. Brooke,
it's 4. She got headband. What are you talking about?
Well,
You
Beryl,
said
Sweat that you put around your head.
Oh, did I say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
does that kick you out? All right.
Yeah.
Boy,
you can't
these-
say head when you're trying to say
All
headband.
right,
Barrel Boy
okay.
is like the Scott Foster of Pyramid of Winning. Say hello to Nicole, Brooke.
Hey, Nicole.
Good morning.
Good morning. Big weekend plans for you?
No, I'm a teacher, so next week's the last week of school.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good.
And by the way, to all teachers, I was talking about this at Penny's school yesterday. She's in preschool, but she said their principal said, we thought after the last 2 years we're all back together, it's going to be easier, but in some ways it was just harder. This has been another difficult year. So tip of the hat to you, Nicole, and to all teachers out there. All right,
Thank you.
here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. 3 is the number to beat. Things you wear on your feet. Ready? Go.
It's what you put on before you put on your shoes.
Stop.
Cowboys wear cowboy. Yep. This is what Serena Williams wears.
Tennis shoes.
Yep. This is what you wear to the beach.
Flip-flop. Sandals.
Yep. This is what stilettos are a type of.
Heels.
Yes. This is what you wear in the bedroom.
Slippers.
Yep. This is what. Oh, if you're gonna go. Okay, they've got 4 wheels.
All right, you got it. Now,
Roller.
congratulations, Nicole.
Congratulations.
We'll see you out at auction this summer. How come Ben can't say head with sweatband, but you could say Cowboys wear in cowboy boots?
No, it was boots. That was the word. It wasn't
All right.
cowboy boots.
I don't know. I
Doesn't
think there
matter.
might be a NBA ref conspiracy here.
Boots.
It's in.
Right there.
I got 3. She got like 6.
Hang on for Ben's week in review at 7:25.
Red leaves on the red.
But yes, you'd be right. If the word was cowboy boots, I'm out.
Dang, man.
I'm a stickler to myself too. You know.
Yeah.
How are we? Okay, Lynette. Here's why I know Lynette. We were waiting to go backstage for the Midland meet and greet. It was when they kicked off their tour, and she was also part of that. And so I asked her for a couple of pictures of like, it was funny. We had 2 tickets. Ben and I were in line, but Ben brought Susan. It was hot. He didn't want to leave her out on the front patio of the theater. So Ben sent Susan, his girlfriend, back with me, and I made Lynette. I asked Lynette if she'd take a picture of me and Susan, and I had a sign that says Ben's girlfriend with an arrow pointing. So anyway, I follow Lynette, and I see her on Instagram at every concert. Lynette, is there a concert you wanted to go to in this last year that you didn't? Because it seems like you hit every one. And this is where it really came in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Last year when I tried to get into Luke Combs, 5.5 hours to get in, and then it was so packed, I left before the first song was over. But I messaged her and said, hey, could you get a couple of good pictures for me that I can post? And she did. So, hello, Heather. Oh, you know what I got to do? I got work to do here. All right.
A lot of work.
Easy. It's going to be easy. It's like crisscross. That's what I was born to do.
The sun don't, and that because that's when
Bloop. I'm going to go full screen here. Burp.
Never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never assume a woman's pregnant unless you really know.
Oh, boy.
Because
Boy.
that
Do this.
because that
Let's just see if this works.
Carl?
Oh, boy.
because that's when you will get kicked down.
Bet.
Like when any dude is down, don't go kick him in the jewels. When any dude is down, like when I'm out with a list of unwritten man rules, like when any dude is down.
Well,
Yeah.
It's the perfect summer.
I need to sign off real quick.
We talk to our buddies from Low Cash whose new song is called Beach Boys. If you remember, it's the perfect. We talk to our buddies from Low Cash story. We discussed the disgusting story about comedian We discussed a disgusting story about comedian Sarah.
I think I got them all, but I'm going to put it on speed listen.
Right.
Okay. And by the way,
And this week's Week in Review is brought.
I'm going to put the F11 right on top of it here. Boom. Take it 2-1. All right. Give it a little up to 6. All right. Here we go. Speed listen. Hold yours, folks.
Lighting. Well, this is the song.
We discussed a disgusting story about comedian Sarah Silverman, who shares her only toothbrush with her live-in boyfriend. Then Donna called in because she had a story and she wanted to share it. She claims she shares a bottle of wine every night with her pet parrot. Brooke, you think it's bad with Bo because he has colic? Imagine living with a squawking bird who is an alcoholic.
Okay, we'll stop there because we're going to do this live. Brooke, I want you to back sell this.
Best thing since Backroads, new from Jake Owen, 1025 KNIX. We are Tim, Ben, and Brooke.
We were trying to determine yesterday on the show if saying somebody had a body like a back road was a good thing or not.
It depends how well maintained this back road is.
A lot of back roads have like dead animals on it.
Potholes.
People leave their trash.
Dusty.
Dead possums.
Coming up today, 4 to 6, Barrel Boy at the Total Wine at Tempe Marketplace. He's going to have some Huss Brew and some tickets for Eric Church tomorrow night. In 2 songs, we've got Ben's Week in Review, potentially the best one ever. It's Friday morning, Tim, Ben, and Brooke, 1025 KNIX and the iHeart Radio app. All right. We now return to the speed listen.
We talked to our buddies from Locash. His new song is called Beach Boys. If you remember, it's the perfect summer song from now until September. During the interview, our minds, they were somewhat blown when we found out 2 of the original Beach Boys were also on the phone. Brooke was so excited that they called into our country station. She's the only 20-something who's heard the song Good Vibration. This is the song it's called a Week in Review.
Reddit just came out with a list of
Man rules, like when any dude is down, don't go kicking in the jewels. And when a friend needs help, don't say you came down with amnesia, cause it's also an unwritten rule that he can pay back with beer and pizza. And never assume a woman's pregnant unless you really know, cause that's when you will get kicked down where the corn don't grow. This is the song, it's called a Week in Review.
That's it.
So you got the level 5 lighting at the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Rock and roll.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for remembering that.
Can't forget that.
Okay.
Ever.
Occur.
Again.
Are we here? Friday the 13th? Yeah. RFA. Click. All right. Where did Brooke go?
I need to do something. I will be right back.
She'll be back right after she updates her OnlyFans page.
Yeah, got to do that. But baby formula is getting expensive. I got to.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Thank you, Simbo. Hey, Heather. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, y'all. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Man, the Phoenix Suns. Blah. They did to us pretty much what we did to them earlier in the week. But you know what? They come home. We play Sunday. We're going to win this series. Everybody say what a great series it was.
I'm confident they'll win it. Yeah, but it's disturbing that they can't. They play so well, and then they just can't play somebody at on their home
The
court.
good news is, if they win all of their home games,
Yeah,
they will be NBA champions because we have
home court advantage.
home
right?
court advantage for no matter who we play.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is.
We earned that.
Yep.
Wasn't it last year? It was this. It was different though because we couldn't win a home game, right? Was that right?
Well, we won. We beat the Lakers in LA. That was kind of a turning point.
And I'm
we
thinking of the
did
Cardinals.
Sweep the Broncos. Yep, we beat the Broncos. We beat the Nuggets in Denver. That was Suns in 4 guy. Wonder if he's still getting gigs. So weird how a moment can just make something a phenomenon like that. And there's a sports station that when they talk about the Suns, they call it Suns in 4. They talk about the Suns for 4 minutes. Thanks to that knucklehead. Dan, I'm right there with you, buddy. Now, I had a subsequent container of milk that was skim milk that did not last as long. And I knew that because of the sniff test. So I guess it varies from batch to batch. There were no Suns toddlers to fist bump there.
I mean, it's true. I really think that's the key to success.
Good morning, Mike and Danica.
If it meant that the Suns would win the whole thing, I would sacrifice a Bo Baby's bedtime one night so he could fist bump
Devin Booker.
Yeah. And you know how I am about bedtime.
I don't think it's the toddler thing anymore. Or the baby thing. Because
Tequila?
Kyler Murray was there.
Oh, it was because Kyler
And
Murray.
But he was
maybe
rooting
the toddler and won.
against them.
Was he rooting for them? He's from Texas, so
He's rooting for the Mavs.
you're right. That's a bad look.
That is. I mean, look, when you're trying to get a big contract and people are kind of iffy anyway.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. So I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, but I also root for the Cardinals, and I would never show up in now my home state, right?
Yeah.
In Panthers gear or go on the radio saying,
Yeah.
It's just a bad look.
It's bad.
Now, I don't care
as
who's
they-
playing Duke. I'm rooting for Duke at all times.
It's what they say, bad optics. Bad optics.
Yeah, it's just a bad look.
bad look.
Bad.
But sorry, Duke's playing ASU.
You're rooting for Bobby Hurley. Brooke is worshiping the wrong devil, the wrong colored devil. Hey, Brooke.
Hey.
You know what? I'm going to give you the honor as a woman because I believe in equal rights and feminism.
Yeah.
And you know me, I love a good hashtag.
Right.
And to balance things out now that time is up, I'm gonna backsell. I'm gonna have you introduce the week in review.
Wow.
And then we're even.
Oh, remind me I got to tell you about the thing that happened in Spain.
Okay. Well, let me just say thanks on behalf of my fine colleagues here, Mr. Campbell, Ms. Hoover, Mr. Barrel Boy, and myself, Tim, that we appreciate that you listen to us because we love doing this. It's awesome.
I don't think we could do anything else. We're not really qualified to do anything else.
I was pretty good at delivering packages for UPS.
Okay.
But I didn't do it in the summer. So hats off to all of those UPS drivers out there. Listen, we're giving away a flyaway trip to go see Luke Combs and Cody Johnson in Atlanta this summer. Got to listen Monday morning, and I think we're doing it 6 times a day, giving you a keyword to text and win and fly away to see Luke and Cody. That'd be a great show.
All right, Ben, are you ready? You got your guitar all tuned up?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
ish,
He's
sort
not
of.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. All right, it's time for Ben's Week in Review.
This week's Week in Review is brought to us by our friends at Level 5 Lighting. Well, this is my song. It's called A Week in Review. A week's worth of show summarized for you. We discussed a disgusting story about comedian Sarah Silverman, who shares her only toothbrush with her live-in boyfriend. Then Donna called in because she had a story and she wanted to share it. She claims she shares a bottle of wine every night with her pet parrot. Brooke, you think it's bad with Bo because he has colic. Imagine living with a squawking bird who is an alcoholic. This wine sucks. And this is the song. It's called The Week in Review. A week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. We talked to our buddies from Locash, whose new song is called Beach Boys, If You Remember. It's the perfect summer song from now until September.
Makes sense.
During the interview, our minds, they were somewhat blown when we found out 2 of the original Beach Boys were also on the phone.
Crazy.
Brooke was so excited that they called into our country station. She's the only 20-something who's heard the song Good Vibrations. She gets around. Yeah, this is the song. It's called The Week in Review. A week's worth of shows summarized with you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
It's good, Brooke. With the way Ben pays attention, you could be 20 forever.
I probably will.
Yeah.
You're always 20-something, Brooke. Reddit just came out with a list of unwritten man rules. Like when any dude is down, don't go kick him in the jewels. And when a friend needs help, don't say you came down with amnesia. Cause it's also an unwritten rule that he can pay you back with beer and pizza. And never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never assume a woman's pregnant unless you really know. Cause that's when you will get kicked down where the corn don't grow. And this is the song. It's called The Week in Review. A week's worth of shows summarized for you.
1025 KNIX. Great job, Ben. Hang on. In 2 songs, we're going to talk on Friday the 13th about our superstitions. Are any of us superstitious?
It's supposed to hurt. It's a broken.
So, Mike, I do root for the Panthers, but what I was saying is I'm not going to go to State Farm Stadium in my Panthers gear and be on the air like, oh, yeah, go Panthers, and they're playing the Cardinals. You know?
I agree with you. It's like the one that bothers me the most specifically is the Diamondbacks, because like you can root for the teams, but the Diamondbacks are so charitable and so great in this community.
Yeah.
And when people go and they like root against them, I'm like,
which, by the way,
how can you root against the nicest people in they're so charitable?
Diamondbacks this weekend play the Cubs.
Cubs, yeah, I know. I'm going on Sunday.
It'll be a like Wrigley West.
Yeah,
like,
that's
man,
true.
Like you can't root against D Hall. I mean, the guy's so charitable and so
He
nice,
is.
even how bad they are.
And
It's
by the
like,
way, they're good.
they're playing
They're
good
playing
ball
really
right
good right
Their
now.
pitching's
Well, I don't
doing
have
awesome.
there's no team in North Carolina, so Diamondbacks are my team.
They're like 15-5 in the last
Well,
20
Their
good.
games.
pitching is lights out right now.
Yeah.
Are they? What place are they in?
I don't know. They're either first or second. They're probably second place to the Doyers.
That's not bad.
Let's answer that question.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
I got to know.
I mean, it's early on, too.
Yeah, true.
It is very early. We just started.
Like Foo, best friend, coach with him, loves all things Arizona, born and raised, native. But because he spent summers in Chicago as a kid, he grew up a Cub fan. And so he's a diehard Cub fan. He'll root for the Diamondbacks every time, but he's always hitting me up for tickets for when the Cubs are in town. So that's funny. Dan, I come from a Steeler. The Collins family were big Pittsburgh people and Steeler fans. And so we bought season tickets. They had $25 season tickets in the upper deck when the Cardinals played their first season it was the University of Phoenix back then. And we got them mostly so that we could get the very first game was a preseason game against the Steelers. So, morning, Todd. Yeah, they were Steelers. Go downtown and watch the Steelers.
The Steelers.
Yins. Bye. I know. Yeah, we've been playing this for a week or so. We played. We're applauding the selection of our all-time favorites in the mix of music here because this morning we played "Forever and Ever Amen," Randy Travis. My gosh, it sounded good.
Hadn't heard that one in a while. We ought to go deeper into the Randy Travis catalog. Got a ton of great songs.
Kane Brown at our acoustic summer did 3 Wooden Crosses, and first of all, younger crowd, everybody sang along, and it just sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you start going, if you put on a Randy Travis playlist, there's lots of good songs.
Oh yeah.
Our love is deeper than the holler.
I told you that one of my favorites was Dolly Parton and Randy Travis. Do I ever cross your mind?
Yeah.
Good song.
Last night I was eating chicken here in my old country home. That stuff was so finger licking good, I ate it to the bone. I threw it in my disposal and it made an evil groan. Tonight I'm here alone, digging out bones. Remember that one?
And what was the jingle you got in trouble for?
Yeah, the Hooters Corporation. Back when I was right out of college, I teamed up with these guys that wrote Hooters commercials.
Yeah.
They were national spots. And one was, they go, here's Tex Lugnut, Tex-Mex, anyway, with a song about Hooters. And it was my Randy Travis impression. And it went, woke up this morning with Hooters on my mind, thinking about them chicken wings and having a real good time. That's why I've got Hooters on my mind.
Yes.
So Randy Travis is driving through Nashville. He hears it and calls his lawyer and puts a cease and desist on it. It lasted one week.
Oh,
and it was gone.
I love it.
Yeah. I have the letter from Bass, Berry & Sims law firm in Nashville.
Oh, do you have it framed?
I do.
I love that. That's so cool.
So
all right. Ben, Brooke, you're going to back sell this.
Yes. Alabama. I'm in a hurry. 1025 KNIX just sounds so good.
Yeah, it does. Great all-time favorites, today's best country, and us, Tim, Ben, and Brooke here on this Friday the 13th. And I don't know if people are as freaked out about it as they were, except I have a list of the things that people are the most superstitious about. And on the list, Brooke, is the number 666. 21% of people are superstitious about that.
Let him who hath
no,
understanding
I don't like that devil. Okay.
reckon the number of the beast.
I'm probably the least superstitious person on the show, right? I don't believe anything I'm doing is affecting a sports team. I mean, I joke about it. The number 666 is not a superstition. That is real.
It's the mark of the beast.
That is a real
in the
thing
Bible.
in the Bible. I do not. Don't mess around with that number. If I order something and it comes out to $6.66, you better give me something else, or give me a coupon.
How about this? Opening an umbrella indoors?
Fine.
Yeah, people are superstitious about
Why
that.
would you do that? I
don't even think
Working
about
or
it.
being on the 13th floor of a building. A lot of buildings don't have a 13th floor. Black cats, stepping on a crack, break your mother's back. I've never heard of this one. White lighters, like those disposable lighters. 8% of people in the survey thought that they were unlucky. A white lighter.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that.
On this show, who on the show is the most superstitious? 3, 2, 1. Barrel Boy.
Barrel Boy? I thought it was
100%
you with your
Barrel.
son's shirts.
Well, that's a little different.
No, Barrel's serious. He actually believes that his flip-flops cause malfunctions in the studio, or
It's
lack
true.
of flip-flops. What is it?
Explain that, Barrel Boy.
The last time I wore pants and closed-toed shoes to the studio, our board caught on fire and we were off the air for 5 hours.
Yeah, we were.
I have not worn closed-toed shoes and pants since then. I've worn shorts and flip-flops. We have not had that issue. The other day when I was trying out the new Barrel shoes and they were closed-toed, what happened? Technical issues within 10 minutes of me putting them on.
So you think your toes?
I don't know.
causing-
You don't mess with, just like you don't mess with the number 666. You don't mess with what's working.
But I need to get. You genuinely believe
100%.
that your shoes are affecting the equipment?
I think there's some kind of energy and it's throwing it off.
That's so.
Don't mess
stupid.
with
Let him who hath understanding reckon the
Thank you.
rubber closed-toe shoe of Barrel Boy.
Thank you, Devil. Thank you. Appreciate you chiming in.
Sure.
Barrel Boy's alarms are all set on odd numbers, never even.
Never even numbers.
We'll only take notes on our show using a certain type of pen. And when you can't find the pen, what do you do?
I'll overnight it. I paid more in shipping costs when time to get it here overnighted.
Do you have some little OCD maybe?
100%. I
Okay.
mean, I won't eat ketchup on a hot dog because that's 100% bad luck.
Yeah, that one I didn't know was superstitious. I just thought it was preference.
No,
and I
it's
can't
100%.
believe ketchup on a hot dog is like, that's impossible. That's
I know. That's what you have to do.
and this
no.
one also, you do something before every event when you put on your cape, which is the barrel.
Yep. Slap the bottom of my left shoe.
But, okay, so what happens if you don't do that?
Bad things happen.
But like what?
Couple examples. One time I didn't do it, separated my shoulder because I fell. Another time, may or may not have possibly been arrested.
Okay.
All right, Barrel. I mean, it's working. More than 15 years, the hardworking man in the can, world famous, and beloved everywhere he goes. So I guess we'll allow you your superstitions.
I'm beyond, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not putting no closed-toed shoes on. That board ain't going to catch on fire.
He lives there. I mean, it's 20 degrees outside. He's wearing flip-flops.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
This fascinates me. Don't you think it's a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, like the shoe thing? So if you don't do it, you're just thinking the whole time something's bad is going to happen, and then your shoulder pops out because you're doing things.
No.
No, you don't think that's it? Okay.
I'll tell you what. One day next week, I'm going to wear closed-toed shoes. I'm not going to tell you. And when technical issues happen, I'm going to be like, what did I tell you?
And by the way, if the board catches fire,
Again.
let it burn. Do not extinguish, please. Yeah.
We need a new one.
Tim, Ben, and Brooke, we're glad you're listening to us. Thank you for doing that on the radio and the iHeartRadio app.
Please stock up on forks, because if the board catches on fire and Ben doesn't have a
Yes.
fork.
Ben doesn't have a salad fork.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. In Spain, they just passed a law that women get 3 days off for their period a month.
Okay. How about the guys?
That's actually a good idea.
No,
You know?
no. What do you mean the guys? The guys don't have the periods.
But they have to deal with women who do.
What if they're single?
Well, guys don't have periods. We have commas.
So yeah, that's happening in Spain. Just keep you guys updated.
Did you ever talk to Randy Travis after you had made that commercial years later when you became the world famous Ben Campbell?
Yes.
First of all, how did Randy Travis feel about your Randy Travis impersonation?
He loved it.
Okay, good.
The first time I met him was in Lexington, Kentucky, and I went backstage and I sang him the chicken bone song, the digging out bones, and he howled.
Good.
He thought it was, he was, I mean, still does, but obviously he's not touring anymore. I don't see him anymore.
Yeah.
But back in the day, he's
cool.
The nicest guy.
Yeah, Ben, you say he's the nicest guy, but you weren't standing outside of his tour bus after you ordered all that breakfast to him. That went over real well.
That's right. Tell that story, Barrel Boy.
So we were looking out the studio window one day, right over by the Radisson Hotel there was a tour bus, and we figured out that it was Randy Travis's bus. So Ben called the Radisson Hotel and said, "Hey, this is Randy Travis parked out front. Can I get a whole bunch of room service sent out to my bus?" So we ordered everything on the menu.
That's right.
And we timed it to where I was walking up in the barrel as the room service guy was pounding on the bus door of Randy Travis.
Ooh.
Somebody came off the bus, the front, like manager, whoever, not happy. All of a sudden, the back door window thing on the bus slides open. Randy Travis sticks his head out and cussed me out like no other.
Right.
And the Radisson guy,
F you forever.
the Radisson guy was standing there with this cart full of food. Like, who's going to pay for this? As I just go walking away in the barrel, the Radisson wasn't happy. Randy Travis's people weren't happy. We ended up calling the Radisson and paying for it, but it was
ouch.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was not happy.
Now there's 3 wooden crosses in the Radisson parking lot.
Right. I remember that, you son of a bitch.
Tim, do you think you're going to go this weekend to see the Fruit Bats?
Where are the Fruit Bats playing?
Crescent Ballroom?
What night?
Let's see. Tonight.
Oh, tonight. Oh, yeah. I got to, I got something.
What you got?
Traffic court.
The Fruit Bats?
The Fruit Bats, yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with you on this, Alexander Hamilpeck. Because it's Heinz, and that's in Pittsburgh.
No,
and there's 57.
I like ketchup, just not on a hot dog.
Spices in it, I guess. So Bindi Shea, when she watches the Packers or the Coyotes, whatever she's wearing, if they win, she has to wear that every game, even down to the under. I'm going to assume you meant underwear.
How long have Ben and Beryl been working together?
What, probably 14 years.
14. Wow.
Why?
That's what someone asked.
Oh,
a long time.
That's funny.
Ketchup's not allowed on any real hot dog. It's not allowed on a Chicago dog. It's not allowed on a Coney dog.
No, you're right. There's no ketchup on it.
Exactly.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. But like, when you're at a really fancy steakhouse, you don't you're not supposed to order like
I agree,
steak
Jennifer.
sauce or ketchup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Con loves a mixture of ketchup and A1, even at a fancy restaurant.
oh no. Like my brother went to a very nice restaurant and he likes a steak well done. And I'm like,
Oh,
you can't order please. That's like, oh.
yeah. It's I've been to certain steakhouses where like you'll say you want it well done, and their idea of well done is not what somebody's wanted.
I went to Steak 44 the first time and ordered a filet, and it was the real thick, and it came out well done. And I was so mad because it was $57.
I would send it back.
I sent it back. I'm like, you have to work hard to get a piece of meat that thick, well done.
Right.
Well, especially because that tells me,
Yeah,
forgot it.
yeah, exactly. They did bring me a new one, and by the way, my God, it was delicious.
So I went to that. What's that really fancy place that we went to when we used the gift cards? iHeart.
The
Maple and Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went there twice when I was pregnant, and you can't get medium. you can't have pink on the inside when you're pregnant.
Oh,
So you
really?
have to get things cooked through. And I was like, oh,
It's really not.
Wow. Roll down, roll.
there's a lot of rules that I don't know if they really matter, but I was very strict.
What'd they say?
You can't have
They wouldn't overcook it.
no, you can't have steak that's
Pink,
pink
yeah.
at all. You have to
Ooh,
have it
yeah.
cooked all the way through. And it's like, I'm at this nice steakhouse and I can't even.
It's dry.
French fries with mayo.
Mm.
I mean,
It's a very Canadian thing.
Well, and if you like Chick-fil-A sauce, you basically like mayo with some spice in it.
Well, it's like people will say they don't like that.
Yeah.
But then you go to a place and people will have like a garlic aioli.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you're eating mayonnaise with minced garlic in it.
Aioli is a fancy word for mayonnaise.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like
aioli's mayonnaise mixed with something. So like somebody like, oh, can I get an aioli? I'm like, oh, so you got some ketchup mixed with mayonnaise?
I don't like either one.
Raising Cane's, their dipping sauce is good, but it's based in mayo.
based.
Yeah.
Mayo with French fries is legit.
Ugh.
Love it. I never thought it would be, and somehow I tried it. I think I dipped without looking into the wrong, little dip thing.
I'm not a big ranch. Like I'll eat ranch. I'll eat.
By the way,
fine, but
if drinking black coffee is a sign of a serial killer or a psychopath, getting a steak well done at a nice restaurant is got to be a bigger sign.
it's true.
The Distillery at Norterra. Marcus Tinsley. Really? I'm a fan of Norterra, and I've never heard of the Distillery. I'll have to look that up. Oh, yeah. Tina's going to be posting live on YouTube and Instagram from Disneyland. Yeah, I do like cane sauce.
When are we going to Disneyland again?
We got to go.
When are we going? We got to ask.
Disneyland. Okay, hold on here just a second. First of all, Ben, you were asking about where are the Diamondbacks in the race?
Yeah.
Come on. Here we go. National League is we're in fourth place, but we're 17 and 15. 20 and 10 is the Dodgers in first. We're behind the Giants, Padres, and Dodgers, and the Rockies are behind us. Now, I'm going to look up the Distillery. One in Chandler as well.
Oh, I've been there.
Have you?
Yep. Well, when I used to live in Tempe.
Oh, you went to the one in Chandler?
Yeah, and I used to live in Ahwatukee. Chandler I went there often.
All right. Fine shine and good eats. I like their opening statement. Happy Valley. They got some pizza. Looks like Chris Stapleton played there. Oh, deep fried zucchini. Yum. About.
Where's that?
A place you can relax, eat outside, fresh food, and enjoy a signature mason jar, a cocktail.
Hey, my dad's from Happy Valley.
Is he?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's like Preston. I'm from Kokomo, Indiana.
Where is that exactly? Happy Valley and
It's up off of Happy Valley Road, just off I-17. So you've got the Harkins Theater up here, and you've got a Walmart, and you got Dick's.
Yeah, no.
Sporting Goods.
Yep.
So it's right there.
There's a roundabout.
Yeah.
They got rid of the roundabouts, didn't they?
A
good portion of it.
I think they did. You're right.
You're gonna need a pause here.
All right. You know why they have roundabouts?
Why?
So they give everybody an equal chance to get in a wreck.
There you go.
True.
Right? Yeah.
Because people here don't know how to do roundabouts.
All right. Good tip. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, it's Morgan Wallen's birthday and Darius Rucker.
It's Morgan Wallen's birthday today?
That's what
That
it
slipped my birthday list.
says.
What's that happening in Las Vegas between the 21st and 25th? Because I'll tell you what's going to happen in my life wherever I am. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Well, my mom and I were going to go see the Judds.
Is she still doing it?
No, I doubt it.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, but I would.
I tell you what, I was reading. I thought almost we should talk about what Ashley Judd said on Good Morning America yesterday. They disclosed that.
Oh, yeah, I have that for. You're talking about Diane Sawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. Yeah. And that they struggled with telling people that she killed herself with a gun, but they wanted to do it to control people just raging on. And it just makes this awful thing so much worse. My heart breaks for them because to have to deal with that anyway, and then have this public aspect to it that
30 away
in the world we live in, it's just heartbreaking.
Because they didn't want it leaked from like TMZ.
Yeah. And they didn't want some people speculating other ways. And they just said that she couldn't, the love that people felt for her couldn't penetrate her heart. You back so.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Alan Jackson, Jimmy Buffett, 102.5 KNIX.
I'll tell you where it's going to be 5 o'clock real soon. Between 4 and 6 today at the Tempe Marketplace Total Wine.
Yeah.
Barrel Boy's going to roll out there, say hi, treat you to some Huss beer, and then also have a pair of tickets for Eric Church, which is tomorrow night, and Glendale. And we're excited about that show.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I mean, it's been 5 years since I've seen Eric Church.
I know. Yeah. And this, I'm trying to think of what he'll open with. I'm going to say right now he's going to open with Heart on Fire.
Okay, that's
That'd be a good opener.
Well, Barrel's seen him the most out of all of us.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to open with?
I think that's such a crapshoot because every single show has a different set list. So
I was
even if
about
you
to
look
ask.
it up online, they're different. I'm going to make a guess and say, drink in my hand.
Oh, gotta
Get it up, get him rolling, let it rip.
You
That
got
was
to
a
open
great
with
song.
something that's fast paced and up. You're right.
How many times have you seen him?
24, 25.
24?
Yeah. I've seen him in 2 different countries.
Oh my
Who have you seen
gosh.
more, Eric Church or the Dave Matthews Band?
Yeah, right.
We did for our Monday morning draft. We drafted our favorite Eric Church songs, and what's funny is Barrel Boyd, the most diehard Eric Church fan. Brooke probably next. Ben pretty close.
Yeah.
I like the songs he plays on the radio and a couple of deep cuts, like Jack Daniels kicked my bleep last night.
And you won.
I won the draft. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes Barrel, me, Ben, and then Tim. And
Because I picked Drink in My Hand and Heart on Fire, and then a deep cut about Jack Daniels. So
what's so funny? My husband's coming, date night for us.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And I always ask him if he says he wants to go to a concert. I'm like, are you trying to get out of bedtime and bath time?
Sure.
Or do you really want to go? And I said, name 3 songs. He named like 7.
Wow.
He is a fan, and I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Can you name more Eric Church or Jake Owen songs?
Eric Church.
You guys met at the Jake Owen Secret Show.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben,
Yeah.
absolute song you think he's going to start with tonight?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say I want to say Record Year, but that's too slow. You're
Yeah,
right.
he would not start off with
No,
Record
gotta
Year.
be something up and fat. I don't know. Talladega. I Drink in My Hands is probably the best one,
That's
right?
a good call. Brooke?
I'm just gonna go with oh gosh, Springsteen.
Okay.
Why not?
What do you
All
think,
right.
Tim?
All right. Whoever is wrong has to pay for all the Huss beers that we're going to buy for people tomorrow. We're going to pregame out there at Buffalo Wild Wing Westgate Entertainment Center. It's our Huss beer pre-party. So, of course, we'll have Huss beer and the last pair of tickets you can win for the big show tomorrow night. Cannot wait. Even my kids are going. Rachel and Emily both asked for tickets. So yeah.
fun.
Yeah. They don't do that very often, but we'll all be there tomorrow night with you, hopefully. KNIX.
I was so shocked at Brian.
Yeah.
He didn't get the names of them right, but he was singing like some words to each one, and he knew a lot.
He's like, I like that song. All you got to do is put a binky in my hand.
There was a year, might have won.
Yeah.
There was a year where I saw Eric Church, I think 9 times a year.
Wow.
I saw Luke Combs 3 times in 1 year, and I thought that was a lot.
Well, because there was a run where, like, when he was first coming up, like, Ben, you remember that when he played the Marquee Theater twice in 1 year.
I remember that.
So, like, what would happen was he would come out west and he would play Vegas, San Diego, Phoenix, and it would be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So buddies and I, we would just road trip and do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We did that one time twice in a year.
You were an Eric Church fan before he was big.
Yeah,
I remember when you took a didn't you take a van up to one of those like what casino was it?
We did the bus to church, and it was at the Matazel Casino.
Eric Church played the Matazel Casino
in Payson, and there may have been 150 people there.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
The other one that's crazy, very first time I ever saw Eric Church, he played the venue of Scottsdale.
Oh yeah,
which is still down there.
Tiny little.
He was the opener. For the opener, it went Eric Church, Rodney Atkins, Ray Scott was the headliner.
Ray Scott. Todd's asking if Eric Church is a kind of a butthole. Is he kind of a temperamental guy?
We've all met him. I thought he was nice.
I think he has a kind of a cool, standoffish sort of persona.
It's the sunglasses.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times what someone perceives on stage or whatever, I don't think that's who they are.
Yeah. So Todd, put that in your country song.
Put that in. I remember he played. It was like Lollapalooza. Or he played some festival where he was the only country artist on the bill, and there were heavy metal bands on there, death metal bands, and he's like, "Huh? He goes, these guys are just a bunch of wimps."
Do you remember, Ben, when he played Country Thunder that year?
I do. That's that's when I got to interview him last time.
When he played on Wednesday night, though.
Yeah.
It was Wednesday night, and he played, and he wasn't even the closer that night. You know who the closer was that night?
Oh.
The band Perry.
Yeah. Right. I remember
he played it like
it's the last time I actually
on Wednesday, and like the sun wasn't even down. It was like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
I think he did open with Drink in My Hand.
He had the place in the palm of his hand. The place was just ripping on Wednesday night out there because they were trying to get people to come inside the venue before Country Thunder ever even opened.
It's like when Luke Combs played Marquee Theater at our acoustic center.
Yeah.
It's like when Luke Combs played in
that barn that you
Bob's
saw him
barn.
Yeah.
3 people.
Yeah.
What is kind of cool about Eric Church, though, he's the guy that did not play by the rule book. He was like, I don't give a crap. I'm not signing a contract where you're gonna change my hairstyle or
the whole Rascal Flatts thing is hilarious.
Oh yeah. What's that? He opened up for Rascal Flatts, and what happened?
Played too long,
and he got kicked off the tour because they told him to not.
Like they said, play 25 minutes, and he would do 45 or something.
And they said, don't use I guess there was like a swing on stage or something, and they said don't get near the swing, don't use the swing. And he started playing on the swing.
It actually was a good thing for him because even though he got kicked off the tour, it put a stamp on his name, and people were like, "Oh, who is this guy?"
And you know what, though? You know who, when he got kicked off that tour, you know who took his spot on the tour? Taylor Swift.
Yep.
You know, it's a great Eric Church.
$4, and he wouldn't change his price because he had been booked already. Yeah, that's true. That's cool.
Have you ever heard "Boot to Fill"?
Mm-hmm.
That is Eric Church.
Everyone takes off their boot.
Yep.
By the way, Dan, they were expecting 5,000 people at that show, and almost 50,000 people showed up.
For which
Whoops.
Huh? For which show?
It was the 4th of July show with Garth at Westworld.
Oh, yeah.
They have an aerial shot. They used to have an aerial shot in the building of the crowd. It was awesome.
All righty, people.
Oh, yeah. Cardinals supposedly are going to start with at the Kansas City Chiefs, at the Raiders, and LA. And then LA here's week 3.
I think I read that somebody said they have one of the.
So can I bet on 0-3? Everybody,
bye.
Be kind to everybody. Love you all.
Peace.
Have a good weekend. If we see you at church, say hey. And otherwise, we'll see you Monday morning. Okay. Bye-bye.